Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's tap the screen, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. That pen mark is going to bother me. So we're going to switch it out. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's tap the screen, y'all. Let's share the live. If you are new here, as in this is your first Be Budgeted live ever, make sure you comment a new in the chat. Comment new in the chat if this is your first ever Be Budgeted live. If this is not your first ever Be Budgeted live, I want you to drop a number 1 in the chat if you are on your budget plan and it's going good. Drop a number 1. Drop a number 2 in the chat if you were on a budget but you fell off of that budget. Okay, drop a number 3 in the chat if you have not started that budget just yet. So a number 1 in the chat if you are on your budget and it's going good. A number 2, if you were on a budget, but you fell off of that budget. And a number 3, if you have not started your budget just yet. Okay, let's come on in. Let's tap the screen. Let's share the live. Let's get to 60 shares, y'all. 60 shares. Okay, share us out. Please hit that arrow at the bottom of your screen and share it to some friends, some family members, or some random people. Okay, that's on your list. I also want you to tap the screen and get me to, let's do 40K taps. 40K taps and 60 shares, okay, while we on this live. So welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. If you are new here, my name is B. Okay, my name is B, and I am the owner of Be Budgeted, where we talk everything money, we talk everything mindset, we talk everything savings, we talk everything budget, okay? So if you are on a journey or you would like to be on a money journey, you are in the right place, okay? So if you are new here, go ahead and hit that follow button. Become a part of the Be Budgeted fam. We come live almost every single day. Okay, so you can catch us if you can and when you can. All right, so continue to drop number 1 in the chat if you are on your budget plan and it's going good. Drop a number 2 in the chat if you were on a budget but you fell off of that budget, and then drop a number 3 in the chat if you have not started your budget just yet. Okay, let's tap the screen again and share out the live. We are looking for 60 shares and 40K taps. I know we can do it, y'all. I know we can do it. Okay, so again, welcome in, and let's get started. Okay, y'all know I like a very active chat, which means I will be asking y'all to comment certain things and to answer any questions and to ask any questions. Okay, so I would love for you to participate. Okay, this is also the type of live where you are going to want to take plenty of notes. Okay, take plenty of notes, take plenty of screenshots, whatever it is you need to do, so that you can take this information and you can go and implement it. Okay, so if you do not know, right, my saying is heal the past. Somebody put heal the past in the chat. Somebody put heal the past in the chat. Okay, so the first part of my saying is heal the past. When you hear heal the past, what comes to mind? When you hear heal the past, what comes to mind? Let me know in the chat. When you hear heal the past, debt pain, okay. Childhood trauma, okay. I like that. I like that. Debt, okay. Clearing that debt, trauma. Got it. Got it. So y'all associate heal the past with debt and trauma. Great ones, okay? Great ones. Right. So heal the past, all right? My middle section is budget the present, okay? And write this in your notes because this is something that I want y'all to work through. I want you to work through all three of these, okay? Mishandling your money, exactly. Mistakes, exactly, right? So after you heal the past, I want you to budget the present, okay? What does budget the present sound like for you? What does budget the present mean to you when I say it? Okay. Yes. Budget the present. What does that sound like? What does that mean when I say budget the present? Drop it in the chat. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Hop right in. We are just getting started. Okay. Not the punishment. Getting finances in order. Exactly. Okay. Investing, exactly. Preparing for the future. That's true, okay? And it's gonna help you with the third section as well. Self-control, exactly. No frivolous spending, exactly. Knowing where your money is going. I'm surprised nobody said my favorite line. To give every dollar a job. Okay? Budget the present. Plan for climbing the mountain. I like that. Okay? So, when you put it together, the first two is to heal the past, okay? So that you can budget the present. Because if you continue to hold on to the burdens of the past, you are not going to be able to work in the present because your mind is going to be so focused on the past that you're not going to have a clear view of what is going on right now, okay? So after you heal the past and you budget the present so that you can free your future, okay? So the last one is free the future. So somebody write that in the chat. So we have heal the past, budget the present, free the future, okay? When I say free the future, what does that sound like to you? What does that mean to you when I say free the future? Let me know in the chat. Keep sharing the live out, y'all. We got to get to 60 shares and 40K taps. Your freedom. What does freedom look like for you? Remember, Be Budgeted loves for y'all to be specific. I like for y'all to give me details. Worry free, okay? Financially free. What does financially free look like for you? Okay? Yes, heal the past, budget the present, and free the future. My love, relax. Being debt free, okay? Think about what you would be doing if you're debt free, okay? Buying anything without having to check your accounts. Yep. Okay. Free to invest, free to breathe, comfort in your finances. I am loving y'all answers. Debt free with a purpose, with every dollar, saving for a home. Yes, you are in that home, right? You're free. You're in that home. It's your dream home. It has everything that you're looking for. Okay. No debt. Yes. Freedom of movement. Exactly. Okay. So if you're just coming in, we're talking about my saying that I say at the end of every live, okay? At the end of every YouTube video, right? I say, make sure that you heal the past so that you are able to budget the present so that you can free the future, okay? And what that means is you have to let go of your past mistakes. You have to let go of the past burdens. You have to deal with that childhood trauma, okay? Because everybody has money trauma. Somebody put that in the chat. Money trauma. Okay. What is money trauma? Money trauma is you still holding on to the things that happened in the past. Okay. Not realizing that you have the choice of waking up and changing your whole story. Okay. But we let outside factors get in our mind and make us feel like we have to stay in that bubble. Okay. And that's where those generational things get passed down, because your parents were in the bubble. They passed that bubble down to you. You passed that bubble down to your kids. Your kids passed that bubble down to their kids. And it's just a vicious cycle. But when you learn to heal the past and be okay with what happened, but understand that you have the ability to change anything in your life, that's when you create that freedom, okay? And when you start to create that freedom, now you're able to budget the present, which means that you're getting your money in order. You're becoming a better money steward, okay? Which means that when you get the abundance is going to stay. Okay. A lot of people get the abundance and then they lose the abundance because they don't have money management. Okay. You hope, you wish, you pray for more. And when you're shown the more, you do the same stuff you were doing in the past. Okay. And then freeing your future is everything you said. You can wake up and you can know everything is okay. You can wake up with less anxiety. You can wake up and feel what real peace feels like, okay? What real peace looks like, right? So that is you building within all three blocks. All right. So tonight, I want you to take as many notes as you can, because we're going to go through my freedom framework. Okay. Because the freedom framework is going to go with everything I've been teaching you, plus heal the past, budget the present, free the future. Okay. I appreciate y'all for sharing out the live. When we are ready, type ready in the chat. When you are ready, type ready in the chat. When you are ready for me to begin, type ready in the chat. Okay. All right. So when it comes down to freedom, I want you to write freedom on your sheet of paper or in your phone on your notes, okay? And I want you to separate each letter, because each letter is bringing you something different on this journey, okay? So the very first thing is going to be the F in freedom. And the F in freedom is going to be to frame your mindset. Somebody put that in the chat. F equals frame your mindset. Okay, so what does frame your mindset mean when it comes to you and your financial journey? That means that you need to identify your limiting beliefs about money. Okay, is there anything that when you are handling money, it makes you feel uncomfortable? If there's anything that when you speak about money, it's always in the negative. It's always what you can't do. It's always what you're willing not to do, right? Instead of you being on the opposite side in your abundance, right? And saying that you're going to do it no matter what. Okay, you know what to do because you've been shown what you need to do. And if you haven't, you're doing the research. Okay, so when you frame your mindset, we want to understand our money story, because everybody has a money story. So if I were to ask you what money was like from the time you can remember all the way until now, the current day, you would be able to tell me a story of what you heard about money, of what you've seen with money, about what you've been through with money. Okay, so you have to understand where you are coming from so that you can now reframe and you can start identifying what that abundance and financial confidence looks like. Okay. Everything that we do in life is about the journey. Okay. Somebody put that in the chat. Journey. Everything that we do in life is about the journey that we go through. So you have to understand that what you went through for a reason. And once you figure out what that reason is, now it's time to say, okay, If this is not where I want to be, how do I get to where I want to be? What does that look like for me? Okay. So you have to visualize it first. And that's why you have to frame your mindset. Okay. You have to rewire those thoughts for that abundance and that financial confidence. All right. So when you are working on reframing your mindset, that is when people are saying, I'm broke. How many people have said that in their lifetime? Hello, hello, welcome in. How many people have said that in their lifetime, that they're broke? How many people have said that they don't have any money? How many people have said that they are not good with money? How many people have said, well, this is just not going to happen for me? How many people have said, I'm never going to make six figures? How many people have said that they're never going to be good with their money? Right? That is you programming your mind and your subconscious to believe that. When in reality, you are placed on this earth for abundance. Okay? So if you don't understand that this is your birthright, you're going to trick yourself out of it every time, and you're going to keep yourself in that little bubble. Okay? So we need to start by framing the mindset to be positive. What does that look like? Repeating your affirmations, understanding what you're saying, because your words are powerful. Okay? Believing that those words are powerful, because when you believe that they're powerful, you start to watch what you're saying. You start to watch what you're doing. Okay? So I want you to start framing your mindset. All right, let's go into R. Okay? R is going to be reverse budget for control. Somebody put that in the chat. R equals reverse budget for control. Okay? So remember, I told y'all we are doing what? Healing the past so that we are able to budget the present so that we can free our future. Okay? So when it comes to it, thank you. R is going to be reverse budget for control. What does reverse budget mean? Majority of the people who are on a budget think that they are going to pay their bills first. They are going to give themselves spending money. And then if they have, and that's a big if they have anything else to save, then we are going to save. But we are no longer thinking that way. The R is for reverse budget for control. So what do I tell you every single live? Pay yourself first means you're prioritizing you, which means that when it comes to the reverse budget, you're going to take care of you first. And then you're going to trickle down to everything else you have to do. Okay. What did I say we were doing in 2025? We are saving more than we spend, which means that when you save, you are setting yourself up for what? The future. You're setting yourself up for what? Those unexpected expenses. You're setting yourself up for, if you want to go, you can go. Majority of you, when I asked you the question of what it looked like, you said that you can get up and go and do what you want. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about things. You can be out of debt, right? That's not going to happen if you're not prioritizing you first. So I need you to start to frame your mindset to understand that once you prioritize you, you're going to see the difference in your money. I'm not telling you to go out there and make more money. I'm telling you to work with what you have first, because when you work with what you have, God doesn't give you more than you can handle. So what he's showing you in this season is this is all you can handle. So why are you coming to me for more when what I gave you, you're not doing what you're supposed to do with it? So once you start to get your money in order, you're going to see that things in life are not as hard as we think. Us as human beings, we make it hard. Okay? So when it comes down to it, I want us to understand that the reverse budget for control is going to show you exactly what you need to see. How all these years, you have not been prioritizing you. We preach self-care. We preach self-love. We preach all this stuff about self, but we're not putting ourselves first, okay? So frame your mindset and reverse budget for control. Let's go to, hold on, y'all. Hello? I'm on live. Okay. Why would I make it now for it to be cold by the time you get home? Goodbye. All right. So now we are moving to E. Guess what? I have saved enough money for my... That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And for y'all to come in the live, right? For y'all to come in the live very first time and say you don't know what to do with your money. You've never saved money. You don't know how to save money. Now y'all coming back talking about y'all saved enough for an insurance deductible. I know that's right. Congratulations. Okay. So your first E is going to be everybody's favorite, right? This is everybody's favorite. Evaluate your spending habits. This is where people try to avoid. Okay. Somebody put that in the chat. E equals evaluate your spending habits. Okay. This is just you doing exactly what I told you every single live. Okay. This is you building that solid foundation that we talk about every single live. Okay. How do you evaluate your spending? The way you're going to evaluate your spending is you're going to go figure out what you're spending, right? So the very first thing that you're going to do in this section is you're going to go find all your bills, all of your expenses. What have you already been spending on? Okay. You need to go line for line in your bank statements. You need to see what spending habits you already have. It's going to tell on you every single time. Every single time you open that bank app, every single time you open those bank statements, it's going to tell you exactly where your money is going. And that's why a lot of people avoid it, because they don't want to see the real deal. But if you are serious about getting on this journey and really having that true financial wealth, that true financial freedom that you're looking for, it's going to take you smacking yourself in the face with everything you've been doing, because in order for you to turn it around, you have to know what you're doing. Okay? So E, the first E is for you evaluating your spending habits. Don't say, oh, it's only a small little $7.99 charge. Every charge is going to matter. Every charge is going to count. Okay? So I want you to evaluate your spending habits. All right, let's get it. Everything she's talking about does work. Just work it how it fits your budget. Exactly. Take the framework, plug in your own numbers. Okay. No two budgets are ever going to be the same. No two people are ever going to be the same. No two goals are ever going to be the same. Okay. That is why we were made in our own uniqueness. Because we don't have to be like everybody else. We can take the method, plug in our own numbers, and make it work for us. Okay, so your second E is going to be my favorite. Y'all know I speak about this all the time. Establish a money routine. Somebody put that in the chat. E equals establish a money routine. What does that look like? That looks like every single month you're filling out your monthly calendar. Every single month. You're understanding that this is telling you what paycheck is paying what bills. Every single month, you are going to be writing your monthly budget out, because you need to know how much it costs to be you. Every single month. Every single paycheck, you are going to be breaking the money up and doing what? Giving every single dollar a job. No money should ever be unaccounted for. Somebody put that in the chat. No money should ever be unaccounted for. So however much you make is as much as you're given a job. But remember, we are not just putting it in one area. We are not just neglecting our savings because we feel like we need to spend what we have now. Okay? The 7 money buckets are very important. Okay, your 7 money buckets are going to show you that your money is working for you and not against you, which means that you are paying bills on time. You are having some spending money for the things that you need, like gas, groceries, okay, household items. You are paying that debt back. You are having some fun and some personal things so that you're not restricting, because a budget is not a restriction, it's a plan. Okay? And you do have money for savings, okay? You're prioritizing you, all right? Your money is out there making money for you because you're putting it into your investments, all right? And your future, remember what I said, so you can free the future, right? Your future has to be planned out. So what is that retirement plan looking like? What do you have in your will? Do you have your things that you want to happen when you leave this earth in order, so people are not left with a burden, they're left with a plan? Okay, that's how you stop those generational curses. Because again, I told you, we're just going to snowball it into the next generation if we keep holding on and doing the same thing. Okay, so every single time you should be contributing to all of these money buckets. And if you need a deeper understanding of those money buckets, the first link in my bio is a free download. Go grab it. It gives you everything you need broken up in those money buckets. Okay. And you can see it in your paycheck. Okay. The expenses and fund, that's the money you're given. The bills, that's the money you're given. Savings, future, and investment, that's the money you're given. And then the debt. So the way that I break it down is 55, 30, 15. Which means that bills and debt should not be taking up more than 55% of your money that you're bringing in every single month. Okay? 30% is going towards savings, investments, and future. And the way that you break that 30% down is 15% savings, 10% investments, 5% going to future. And then you have 15 to go ahead and put towards your expenses and fun. And I know most of y'all are like, 15% ain't going to do nothing. But remember what I said. We are saving more than we spend in 2025. Okay? We are saving more, which means that we don't need to overspend. We don't need $600 on personal and eating out every single month, because that's a waste of money. We want our money out here making money so that we can retire and be comfortable. And we don't have to wait until we're 65, 66, 67. Because most people who retire that late, they don't have any more years left, because most of us have not been taking care of ourselves. So now, as soon as you retire, your body's like, okay, I don't know what to do. Boom, you kick the bucket. Now you done did all that work for what? So we need to be setting ourselves up so we can be retired earlier, so we can enjoy the money earlier. Remember, it's not a restriction, so you're still giving yourself some, but you also want to do it below your means, not even within your means, below your means. Everything that you make is not the amount that you should be spending. Okay? So that's how you're going to break that down. How often? Every single time you get a paycheck, okay? And then you want to make sure that you're tracking every single expense you possibly can, which is everything that you spend on, everything that you pay for, every debt that you pay back, every savings, investment, and future that you put towards. It's not just what you spend on the day-to-day. It's where every single dollar of your paychecks are going. Okay, so that is what I mean when I say establish a routine, because every single time you get paid, you know, you're sitting down and you're you're going through your paycheck. Every single month, you're going to make sure that you know what bills is going with what paycheck and how much it costs to be you. Every single week or every single day, you are going to be tracking your expenses. That's you putting your money into your day-to-day routine. Okay, that's you keeping up with every single dollar that you make. All right, so that's your E. Your D, okay, is to develop those wealth building strategies. Okay, that is going to be you learning how to multiply your money. We're not putting all of our money in one basket and hoping and praying that it's going to do something. It's called diversifying your portfolio. Okay, so you need to be doing research on those investments. You need to be doing research on how you can multiply your money. You need to be doing the research for yourself, and so that you are in full understanding of where your money is going and why. The wealthy stay wealthy because they don't use money as just money. They use money as a tool. And that tool is what is developing that wealth for them so that they can sit back on their couch, put their feet up, and still have their money multiplying in the background. They don't want to give up their time. They're not trading their time for it. So what can you be doing to put the money that you are currently earning in a place that's going to give you a return on your investment? Okay? Create that plan to start eliminating that debt, because that debt is a burden. That debt is sucking the money dry. So we have to understand that it's okay to leverage credit. It's okay to leverage those loans, right? It's okay to leverage the credit cards, but are you doing it responsibly, or are you just adding more stress to what you've already been through? Remember, we're healing the past, which means that we are not putting in more stress. We're not putting in more stress. We are deleting the stress, okay? Because the ultimate goal is peace. Somebody put that in the chat for me. The ultimate goal of your financial journey is peace. When you get that glimpse of what it feels like to have peace within your financial life, it's going to trickle into other places of your life, which is then in return going to have you peace all the way around. Because financial wealth, financial freedom is not making $1 million. Financial freedom is what you did with that $1 million. What did you do with it so that way it did not come and go? Okay, we need to be opening up our income streams because one is too close to none. If you were to lose that one income, what do you have as a backup plan? So when you're developing your wealth building strategies, you're thinking of the now and the future. And that's why it goes together. Heal the past, budget the present, free the future. Okay, let's keep going. We got two more. O is going to be, own your financial decisions. Somebody put that in the chat. O equals own your financial decisions. It's no more blaming your parents for how you are today. It's no more blaming the president for how you are today. It's no more blaming society for how you are today. Because what I tell you guys every time, and if you're new here, I say this out of love. I say this out of love, but I'm going to let you know You're in your financial situation right now because you put yourself in that financial situation. You're living paycheck to paycheck right now because you put yourself in that financial situation. You're thousands of dollars in debt right now because you put yourself in thousands of dollars of debt. Because at the end of the day, you get to make the decisions. You get to make the choices every single time you wake up. But if you fall into someone else's trap, that's on you. If you fall into overspending, that's on you. We cannot blame anybody else except for us. And when you start to understand that, you start to see that once you make different decisions, you're going to get a different outcome. And that different outcome is going to give you a piece of what the full platter is waiting for you on the other side. But you're too afraid to get there. You're too comfortable. Somebody put that in the chat. You're too comfortable with where you are. And majority of the people don't realize how comfortable they are. You get like a rush out of being in a crazy situation and figuring out how to get yourself out of it. And since you got yourself out of it once, you think it's not a big deal to get yourself out of it again. So what you want to understand is, if you want the change, then you have to change. So you have to own what you did. You have to give yourself grace, and you have to move from victim mindset to your empowerment mindset, to your control mindset. Okay? So I don't want to hear the excuses of what's going on. Well, egg prices is too high. Cool. What are you going to do about it? Well, I'm too far in debt. Cool. What are you going to do about it? Because you can learn every day. But until you implement it and do it more than once, you're not going to see the difference. Okay? So we got to own our financial decisions. And your M, it has to be master your future. Okay? Remember, I'm going to keep saying it. Heal the past. Budget the present. Free the future. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Frame your mindset. Is you healing the past? All the middle, reverse budget, evaluate your spending, establish a routine, develop your wealth building strategies. Is you budgeting the present? You owning your financial decisions and mastering your future is you freeing the future. That's you giving yourself peace. So I want you to start telling yourself that you are freedom made, because you are. You're freedom made, which means that you're doing every single thing that you need to get to where you want to go. But understand that the path is not ever going to be straight and narrow. The path is always going to throw you curveballs, because those are the lessons that you should be learning. Don't look at you falling off as something negative. Look at it as, okay, what did I need to learn so that when I get back up, because I'm not staying down for long, when I get back up, now I know exactly what I need to do to not fall that way again. So I want you to start understanding that if you want the change, you have to be the change. You have to do the change. You have to understand that if you don't contribute to all 7 of these areas, a piece of your life is not going to be taken care of. If you're paying bills and whatever's left you're spending, this piece of your life is not being taken care of. If all of your money is going towards personal spending and eating out, your whole entire life is not being taken care of. And when those unexpected things start rolling in, the first thing you're going to do is panic. The second thing you're going to do is wait for somebody to come and scoop you up and save you. But it's not going to happen because, again, I told you it's you. You have to be willing to do what you need to do to get out of your financial situation. And if you are ready, I want everybody to drop in the chat locked in. I want you to drop in the chat locked in. Drop in the chat locked in. I see them. Keep coming with the locked in. When you drop your locked in, it's not just to say locked in, it's to understand that you are serious about this. Okay? So next to your Freedom Made, I want you to write 1 through 11. Wherever you wrote your notes for Freedom Made, I want you to drop 1 through 11. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to get started. I printed the forms. I'm locked in. I know that's right. I know that's right. Okay. So 1 through 11, when you have 1 through 11 written down, I want you to put ready in the chat. I want you to put ready in the chat when you have 1 through 11 on your sheet of paper or on your notes in your phone. Okay. Cool. Number 1, we talked about this. Find your bills and expenses that you currently pay for right now. Plain and simple. How do I overcome the fear of using extra money to pay off debt? I'm hoarding any extra money I have. That goes back to your mindset. That goes back to healing the past. You hoard money for a reason, and you have to figure out why you're actually hoarding the money. Majority of the time when people hoard money, it is because they lacked money a time in their life. So they want to hold on to money so that they don't ever feel like they are just out here with nothing to lean back on. So you need to figure out exactly how much is going to make you comfortable enough in your savings to where, okay, I can comfortably pay down this debt and I don't have to worry because I have enough in my safety net for anything that I need. Okay. So when it comes to finding all of your bills and expenses, there's 3 categories that I want you to now write them in. So you have your fixed expenses, you have your variable expenses, and you have your optional expenses. Somebody put fixed expenses in the chat. Somebody put fixed expenses in the chat. Those are the ones that stay the same. You know when they're coming out, you know how much they're going to be. Somebody put variable expenses in the chat. It is definitely being recorded, and this live has been amazing. And I got to figure out where I can put this live, because since I play music, and somebody should have told me not to play music tonight. I didn't know it was going to be this good, but somebody should have told me not to play music. If anybody knows how to take the music out of the background, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, because of me and the way that I hear myself and everything that's going on over here. That music helps me to flow. So that's why I continue to play my music, because it helps me. But we're going to figure it out, y'all, because this was good. This was good. So all of my sheets, where can you find the sheets? You're going to click my face. You're going to click my face again. Okay. You're going to hit that Stan Store link in the bio. The second link is going to say 2025 printable PDF sheets. You get like 234 sheets. They are all undated and you're able to use them over and over and over and over again. And they have all the sheets that we are about to go through. Okay. Yes. There's the Freedom page. Thank you. Yes, I spent some time on my sheets, y'all. They are very intentional. That's one of my favorite words. And everything that you do from here on out needs to be intentional as well. Okay? You're welcome. All right. So variable expenses go up and down. That's going to be a lot of your spending money. Okay. That's going to be your utilities if they go up and down. That's going to be your credit cards. Okay. Because credit cards do go up and down. You spend a lot, then you pay it down. Then you spend some more, then you pay it down. Okay. So variable expenses can go up and down. Then we have optional expenses. Those are exactly what it sounds like. You opt in to getting them. You love the new layout of my planner. Thank you. Okay. Optional expenses you opt in to get. You can live without those optional expenses, which are going to be your subscriptions and memberships. Let them go. Let them go. I don't care if it's $2.99 a month. That $2.99 a month is going to start to add up the more you do it. So if it does not serve a purpose in this season that you're in, let it go. Which brings us to step number 2, which is figuring out what does stay in your budget, what can go out of your budget, and what can you decrease out of your budget. Okay? So we have the house, the car, the insurance, the daycare. That's the stuff that needs to stay. Okay. Things that can go. Netflix, gym. I can watch free movies somewhere. I can work out outside or at home if I needed to, right? If you need to free up money because you feel like you're stretching your paychecks thin, understand that there's things that you're currently paying for that you can let go. Okay. Things that can decrease in your budget. That phone bill. Why are we paying $300-400 for a phone bill? Decrease it. Okay. You're eating out money. Decrease the amount of times. I'm not saying let it go altogether, but you don't have to eat out every single day. You don't have to eat out every single weekend. Okay. Personal spending, right? We don't have to do personal spending every check. You don't have to. That's not in the obligation part. All right. So next, after you have done that, now it's time for your goals. What kind of goals are we setting? Who remembers what kind of goals we are setting? We are not just setting bland goals. We are setting those what? What kind of goals are we setting? Intentional goals. Thank you, Jasmine. Intentional goals are what we are setting. And intentional goals is not just, I want to save money. Your intentional goals are going to be specific. Somebody put that in the chat. Specific goals. Your intentional goals need to be specific, okay? Because then you have accurate action steps to figure out what it is that you have to do to hit those goals. So we're not just saying you want to save money. How much do you want to save? What does that look like? Okay? So no more just regular smuggler goals. We are setting intentional goals. And then we want to set our bill tracker. Our bill tracker. Okay? Your bill tracker is going to tell you, did you pay the bills on time? Did you pay all of the bills that you needed to for the month? Every single time you have a bill come out, you're checking off that it was paid. You're letting yourself know that everything is getting taken care of. Okay? Remember, no unaccounted money. No money just coming and going. We are intentional with every dollar, and we give every single dollar a job. All right? So easy. Checking off what you got going on. A lot of y'all brought this up earlier. Debt. We got to figure out what we even owe. We got to figure out who we even owe. We need to know our due dates, our statement dates, our interest rate. Okay? How much is your minimum payment? Because once you actually decide if you're doing the snowball method or the avalanche method, do you want to do the snowball method, which is starting with your lowest balance to get it paid off? Or do you want to start with the avalanche method, which is the highest interest? But you got to gather your information first. This is what we are calling building your financial foundation. Somebody put that in the chat. Building the financial foundation. This is number 5. Building your financial foundation is going to find everything that you have going on, so you have the most accurate information to build your month to month. We don't want to put mess into our routine. We want to put accurate things into our routine, because that's when we're going to see the change, because we're doing what we actually need to do. Okay? So now we're moving to 6. I missed one. This is 6, y'all. I'm sorry. This is 6. Okay. Once you build your financial foundation, now you're going to figure out, where are you going to house your money? Where does it need to go? So my question to you is, if it sounds like you, put a me in the chat. You pay your bills and then you leave the rest of your money in your account. If that sounds like you, put a me in the chat. If you just spend whatever's left, put a me in the chat. That is one of the high reasons you're living paycheck to paycheck now. Is because you're not giving every single dollar a job. You're not doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You're not contributing to all of the areas you're supposed to contribute to. You're contributing to 2, maybe 3. The bills, the expenses, and fun. And then sometimes you contribute to the debt. Okay? So the 3 areas that minimum you should have is a bill account, a spending account, and a savings account. The bill account is for the money that's coming in and out for the bills. That's it. You're literally living off of survival mode. It's because your money is in chaos, which in return, your life is in chaos. Your life is in chaos, which in return, your money is in chaos. You have to put it back in control. You have to get back in control, because right now, the outside factors are controlling you. But you got to stand up and say, enough is enough. This is where my money is going. This is the plan that I have. These are the goals that I want to accomplish. So that you ensure that you have money left over. Okay? The second account is going to be your spending account. That is where you are setting specific amounts for your gas money, for your grocery money, for your household items, for your personal spending. Okay? Making sure that you have your tithing money. All right. Then we have your savings account. Now, you don't have to have a different savings account for every single savings that you have. Okay, you can house them in one account, but you want to make sure that it is a high yield savings account, and you want to make sure that you are giving it a specific job within there and you're keeping track. So you know how much money you have for emergency fund. You know how much money you have for your spending personally. You know how much money you have for that new home you're trying to get. Okay? So if you do not have 3 bank accounts minimum, I need you to be going and getting that done, because once you build your foundation, again, you got to have somewhere to put it. Where are you going to put that money? In these 3 areas. Okay. All right. Now we are going to 7. 7 is your monthly calendar. This is something that you have already built towards because you found everything in the beginning steps. Now it's time to kick it into gear. It's time to put it in motion. It's time to implement it. Okay. Your monthly calendar is going to tell you which paycheck is responsible for paying what bills. Somebody put monthly calendar in the chat. So you need to be showing yourself what paycheck is paying what bills for you, so that you know exactly what's going on. Now you can take what you did here and you can check off here that you did it. Okay? All right. Once you figure out what paycheck is responsible for what bills, now it's time to figure out how much it costs to be you. How do you figure that out? Your monthly budget. Somebody put monthly budget in the chat. Your monthly budget is going to be an overview of every single thing you're paying for in that month. Once you compare it to your income, it's going to show you, are you overspending? Do you have money left over? Are you seeing that amount of money at the end of the month? Did you put that money in your savings or pay extra on debt with it? Or did you take that extra money and swipe it away? Okay. So if you're in the negative, you need to be reevaluating where that money is going so that you can have a positive surplus. All right. After your monthly budget, then comes you breaking up your paychecks. Somebody put paycheck in the chat. Huh? Right here. So then you want to break down your monthly paycheck, your weekly paycheck, your bi-weekly paycheck, your bi-monthly paycheck. All right. You want to break those down because this is telling where your money is going. Where exactly are you putting your money? So when you get up and you get paid, you should be following this plan down to the T. Because when you ensure that every single dollar is getting a job in those 7 areas, which means it's taking care of every piece of your life. You have spending money, you have bill money, you have debt repayment money, you have savings money. So make sure you are breaking down your paychecks to the T. It's called a zero-based budget. When you are doing a zero-based budget, that means you're starting with a certain amount and you're ending with 0. But that does not mean that you paid bills and you spent the rest and now you have 0. Thank you for the heart me. That means that you pay debt with it, you pay bills with it, you save some money, you put towards investments, you save for your future, you actually have some spending money for your gas, your groceries. You don't have to go and whisper, can I get $5 on pump 2? Because you have money set aside specifically for gas, and you're going to do your research to make sure that you know how much you need for gas. That's why I said, don't worry about the numbers. If you don't make $2,720, that's fine. If you don't have $1,159 left at the end of your month, that's fine. You're taking the method and you're adding in your numbers so that it makes sense for you, so that you stick with your budget. People fail a budget because they're trying to be like someone else. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They're trying to outdo someone on social media. They're trying to make their family think they're better than they really are. But when you are owning, what did we say? Own your financial decisions, own your truth, and do what you need to do to ensure that that money is working for you and not against you. Listen, you're going to see the difference, okay? Next, you should be on number 10, right? Number 10 is going to be, she said, preach then. Okay. Number 10 is going to be tracking expenses. Don't treat this like the stepchild. It's not that. This is one of the main chicks. Okay. This is one of the things that's a non-negotiable. Okay. Hey, Danae, I'm going to send you your stuff tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So I want you to understand that every single dollar that comes into your bank account, that comes into your hands, you should know exactly where it went. You should be giving every dollar a job. Somebody drop that in the chat again. Give every dollar a job. If you go out to eat, track what you spent. If you get gas, track what you spent. If you ordered on Amazon, track what you spent. If you ordered on TikTok Shop, track what you spent. If you paid a bill, track that bill. If you paid back some debt, track that debt. If you paid extra on your debt, you're going to track that debt. Did you put money into your savings? You're going to track it. Did you invest? You're going to track it. Did you lose money in the investment? You're going to track it. You should be on your expenses as much as we are on these significant others, girlfriends, people we like. We will stalk them to death. But when it comes to your finances, you just let it come and go as it pleases. No, we're not doing that no more. Every single dollar needs a job, okay? And number 11 is reflection. Somebody put that in the chat. At the end of every month, she said, yes, dog. At the end of every month, you need to know, did you stay on track? How do you figure that out? This right here is your projected budget. That's how much you said that you were going to spend. So at the end of the month, I need you to be reflecting on, did you spend that? Did you spend less or did you spend more? So guess what would help you with that? Tracking expenses. Because now you can go back, add up everything and see if you broke even, see if you went over or see if you were below. So let's quickly go through the 11 steps. Okay. First of all, we started the live with Freedom Made. Okay. Make sure you get your screenshots because this was good. I need to figure out how to get this live somewhere that y'all can rewatch it because it was good. Okay. I'm patting myself on the back for this live. And I'm thanking y'all for keeping the energy going. Okay. So Freedom Made is F is frame your mindset. R is for the reverse budget for control. Reverse budget is making sure that you save before you spend. The only thing about YouTube is I play music in the background and I don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm going to see if somebody knows a trick. Okay. Then we have evaluate the spending habits. Oh, you missed a good one. T, you missed a good one. Okay. Evaluate your spending habits. The other E is establishing your money routine. Okay. The D is for develop your wealth building strategies. Go out there, learn investments, learn how to flip your money. Okay. In a good way. O is for own your financial decisions, understanding that you are the reason you're in the situation that you're in and you're the only person that's going to be able to get you out. So it's no more blaming outside factors. It's no more having that victim mindset. We are now in control of everything. We've been in control of everything that we have been doing. Okay. All of our choices. And then M is master your future. So making sure that you're setting yourself up, making sure that your future is how you want it to be. Okay. Then we went through the 11 steps. Okay, the 11 steps is 1, find all of your bills. 2 is going to be, oh, they all out of order. 2 is going to be what is staying, what is going, and what is decreasing out of everything you just found. 3 is about intentional goals. Your intentional goals are going to be specific goals, okay? Then we have your bill tracker. Your bill tracker is going to tell you every single time you pay a bill that you paid it and that it's on time. So on the first, when you pay that rent, you checking it off once that rent is cleared, okay? On the phone bill, it's cleared. You paid it. It's good for the month. The goal is to have every single box checked. Okay? The first page, this one? Or are you talking about F.R.E.E.D.O.M? Which one you talking about? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. After you have done the bill tracker, now it's time to go find all of your debt. Okay. Who do you owe? How much do you owe? What's your statement date, your due date, your interest rate, your minimum payment? Yeah, the F.R.E.E.D.O.M page is new. Yes. Okay. After you do that, now it is time for you to set up where this money is going to be flowing to. You should have 3 accounts minimum: your bill account, your spending account, your savings account. Okay. What a nice way to send you to bed, right? All right. Next is going to be your monthly calendar. This is telling you what paycheck is paying what bills. Next is going to be your monthly budget, which is telling you how much it costs to be you for the month. Next is going to be your paycheck budget. However many paychecks you get, that's how many you're going to fill out. You're working with what you have. You can't just pull money out of the air. So whatever money you have is what you're working with, and you're breaking it down. Okay? Giving every single dollar a job, which is a zero-based budget. Then we have your tracking expenses. You should be knowing every dollar coming in and every dollar going out. Okay? Thank you for this method regarding the calendar. It is working. I'm telling you, it does every time. It does every time. And then we talked about my 7 money buckets, okay? My 7 money buckets: bills, expenses, debt, funds, savings, investments, and future. You should be contributing to all of these every single time. All right? We're going to close out with any questions. Any questions, drop them in the chat. Any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I really do. I really do, because this came from the heart. This was a speech that needed to be spoken, okay? Any questions, let me know before we hop off for the evening. If you're looking for any of my sheets, you're going to click that link in the bio, okay? It's going to be the second link. It's going to say 2025, okay? 2025 printable sheets. So if you click my face and you click my face again, okay, you're going to come to my main TikTok page. From here, you're going to click that link. It's going to say Stand Store. From there, it's going to be the second link. 2025 printable Be Budgeted Planner PDFs. They are undated. You can use them as many times as your heart desires for years to come. And I worked hard on them. They're really great, okay? I thought you were going live at like 2. No, I usually go live around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But today we had football practice for my son. Yeah, I usually go live around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, it'll go directly to your email. Check your junk, check your spam, check your promotions folder. It'll be coming from Be Budgeted. At Stand Store or something like that. What is the easiest way to get a month ahead while living paycheck to paycheck? Small amounts. Small amounts will always get you to your bigger goal. So you're going to take all of the bills that you have and you're going to break them down into smaller amounts. So if you have your phone bill and your phone bill is $210 a month, you may want to divide that by, let's say, 7. Okay, that's $30. So $30 is what you are going to be putting away 7 times. Now, that doesn't have to be 7 back-to-back paychecks. Just whenever you can, you're going to put $30 to the side 7 times. Now, if you don't have the entire $30, that is perfectly fine. You can work up to it. Let's say you only have 15 this first time. Put that 15 to the side. Do not wait until you have the total amount. That is when you trick yourself out of saving it all together, because you're like, maybe next time, and that next time never comes. And that next time never comes. Okay. All right. Great question. Great question. Last page with the percentages. Yes. Bite-sized pieces. Absolutely. How do you figure out that number? You divide it by whatever you want to. I can have another month ahead live. We could definitely do another month ahead live. And I can break it down. That's what I do, and it never comes. Exactly. Never. What if your bills exceed your income? So what you want to do first is you want to see what you can get rid of, what you can decrease, free up any money that you possibly can. Okay. If you have money to spend, if you ever go out and find money to spend, you may be living paycheck to paycheck, but you still figure out how to go out to eat. You still figure out how to go get your nails, your hair, your eyelashes, your massages, right? You still figure out how to do those. You can figure out how to save as well. You can figure out how to free up money and have your bills not take up all of your income. Now, if you have decreased and got rid of everything that you possibly could, then it may be an income issue. So then you start to look for more income. Okay. But don't assume that it's automatically income, because majority of the time it's your money habits. It's where your money is going. Okay. I will be here for that live. Absolutely. We could do it tomorrow. That'd be a good one to do tomorrow. Okay. All right, y'all. Any other questions? Will you have a class on healing past money trauma? I got to figure it out, though, because your girl been busy. Do you do personal budgets? Absolutely. The link should be in my bio. If you click that Stand Store link, it should be in there in that bio. Coins add up to reach to your bigger goal. Exactly. I say it all the time. Small amounts will always get you to your bigger goal. Always. You are so welcome. I got to find my other paper because I had one the long way. This one was the one I used to record my YouTube. And if y'all want longer form content, if y'all want to see me cash stuff, things like that, which cash stuffing is just putting your money into your binders and making sure that you're saving and having your different sinking funds, it's all on my YouTube. And my YouTube is b.budgeted as well. Okay. I also have a free FB group. Okay, so if you are wanting to get around like-minded people, or if you are wanting to do some challenges and things like that, I want you to join the free FB group. What have you missed? Oh, somebody tell her she missed the best live ever. Okay, so get into the free Facebook group as well. It's a very good group, and I'm not just saying it because it's mine. I'm wanting to move. How can I budget to see how much I can afford? So first you want to do your research. Where are you trying to move? How much is it on average to live where you want to live? Okay. Find the area that you want to be in. Find the gas prices. Find the moving costs that it would take. Find everything in between before you jump and make that decision. I highly suggest you getting the sheets. That will be the best $17 you ever spent in your life. That will be the best $17 that you spent in your life. And we eat $17. We play with $17. If you click that link in the bio and you click that second link and you get that download, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. I also have a bundle. So if you want to get all of my digital items and be set to go, it has like the debt calculator, the budget spreadsheet. It has over 100 savings challenges. It also has the PDF sheets that I showed y'all tonight. Okay. It has my beginner budgeting class in it. Okay. I just had a beginner budgeting class and I added the replay to it. Okay. It was an amazing class. All right. So you'll be able to watch that as many times as you want to. You can get the bundle. Okay. And the bundle is going to be the third link in my bio. So that is going to be the best $17 you ever spent. And it's going to be the best $99 you ever spent because it is packed with all the information that you are possibly going to need. I'm telling you. I hit rock bottom, financial rock bottom, and that does not mean that you're out on the street. It doesn't mean that you're, without. It just means that you're so sick and tired of what you're going through. You're tired of the paycheck to paycheck living. You're tired of these things. So what do? You make the change. And that's where I got to. I was sick and tired of living the same cycle. So I got up and I did something about it. I learned, I implemented. Okay. And that's what y'all need to do. The Facebook group, yes, it's right here. Okay. So once you hit your financial rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. And what do I mean by that? Oh, I didn't mean to show you that. What do I mean by that? You're going to get on your budget plan and you're going to become freedom made. Okay. You're going to reframe your thoughts. You're going to heal your past. You're going to budget the present so you can free your future. Okay. So, yes, definitely join the group. I'll let y'all in when I get off. All right, y'all. I got to hop off. If I can figure out how to get y'all this replay, I definitely will. Okay. All right, y'all. As I always leave and say, y'all, be budgeted. Make sure that you are healing the past so that you are able to budget the present so that you can free your future. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of your evening.